I'm going to make you all get it real quick in your spirit. How's that? When's the last time you lost your cell phone? And all your numbers. Y'all remember that day? Every number you had was gone. Now, unless you had a Palm or something like that you backed up to your laptop and you just go there and hit a sync button and it all talks back. Woo, that was a day of rejoicing for you. But when you didn't have that, you lost it. And you know what happened? You had to spend hours going back through your telephone bill. And you know what's really hard? After you program everybody's number in there, you look at your telephone bill and say, whose number is that? And you got to wait for the person to call you. To say, girl, I need your number again. What's that number you have? And you'll sit there and invest all those hours again. You don't have time like that anymore. Page 21. Let's get started. I'm ready for you today. You ready? Okay, let's get into this. On page 21, as we get ready to read in just a moment, for the sake of time, I'm just going to say read when, and then you just go ahead and do that. Page number 21, decisions of poor value. Whenever we make poor decisions, we make our business what? Poor. Now, if we want to make our business rich, we have to make what? Rich decisions. So in order to make rich decisions, we have to qualify what is poor decisions and what is rich decisions. Are you all with me? Okay, let's, in the highlighted section right there, I want everybody to look at the highlight section on page number 21, and I want you to follow along, read when.
Becoming independently wealthy also requires a process because you have to change your mindset before you can change your situation. Many times we think that we are ready for financial independence when we are not fully ready. We have to start by dealing with the areas that could make or break us.
The mindset is the critical asset that changes everything. How we think and how we process what we think about is absolutely germane for the foundation. And that's why I asked, and I opened up the question, I said, how many parents really taught you about money at a young age? And there was a few hands raised. And I said, how many didn't teach you about money at a young age? And there was a lot more hands that were raised. So you know what that means? You didn't learn about money until you were forced to learn about money. And when you were forced to learn about money, you still didn't learn it the way you wish you learned it. So therefore, there was a lot of errors in the trial and error of learning money. Now, if you're honest with yourself right now, then forgiveness can come in about every error that we made, every mistake that we did, every blunder that came from it. And most of all, through that, there can become a freedom to choose other decisions. Because whenever we think our way is right because we designed it, though it may have an integrity of some process that brought some good results, there could be the defectiveness that has brought some damage because of the wrong decisions. Let's take some areas about money management for instance, if you're a person that does not receipt what you spend, then you don't know what you're buying. You'll probably be amazed to kind of figure out at the end of the year how much money you spent on certain things. And then you can look at it because there's no way you can document in a week without receipts how much you spend on food, how much you spend on gas, how much you spend on magazines, newspapers, gum, snacks, sodas, bottled water, things that you did in terms of tips, other things. And when you get done with that, you'll probably have a different perspective where you will look back and start analyzing from your spirit and saying, you know what, I can just shave a little bit this and do this over here. And then set certain budget parameters where you can say, you know what, I'm spending about $90 a week in gasoline and so forth and so on. How can I best utilize my transportation? Maybe I'll drive my less gas guzzling car on these days and drive the other one on this day. Now, in saving $20 or $25 within the cost value of that area when it comes to your car and gasoline, just paid for the maintenance after 2 months. It's the little decisions. So by the time you get done saving $25 a week, $100 a month, you just paid for the BMW servicing after 2 months. Just by a change of a decision. Which car gives me better fluidity and functionality and better gas mileage on it? And then sometimes, when you get to a certain place, it doesn't really matter after that. But it does matter when you're starting here, and it will matter even when you get there, because every decision costs you something in return. So the mindset is critical. And if you hang around people that don't have a mindset to make adjustments and to calculate every single aspect of their life, documentally take a look at it. Why do I want what I want? Why do I have what I have? Why am I doing with what I have the way I'm doing it? And what is the results? And am I happy with those results? And if I'm not, how do I change those results to make myself happy? Because I got to look at my life and say, if I'm getting up and I'm slowful, I'm late, I'm lazy, I'm not on the ball, the rest of that, then I got to start changing my life and redisciplining me, because the whole thing is coming with a statement that says here, many times we think that we're ready for financial independence when we're not fully ready. We talk it, we say it, but the action doesn't follow the talk. Let's go a little bit further. We have to start dealing with the areas, that's the key point, the areas that could make or break us. If I have a wonderful time of a celebration with somebody with a business deal, and we set up for a luncheon or a breakfast or something, and I'm 25 minutes late for it, what kind of impression did I just make? But if I'm 10 minutes early, have my Wall Street Journal paper already read, have my notes already on the table, have water already ordered, have the menu already supplemented, have already talked to the maitre d' and the waitress or the waiter to be able to simulate a quick breakfast meeting right there. Made sure I got a quiet section, possibly by a window, to let a little light interpretation come in, to illuminate and give a visualization just in case the moments of thought reflection are necessary. So I'm not crowding the person in to a dormant or of a little corner in the back because that cozies me. But I look at the fact that cars traveling by, the wind blowing the trees, the sunlight hitting lightly on the green leaves gives the aroma of the personal visualization for the person to consider and to think about life, because I put them right next to it. Are y'all with me right now? Every decision matters. And if you cannot handle that, like for instance, you don't take good business partners out to Waffle House. Now, friends, after a while, it's late, we're just doing something, 2 o'clock in the morning, we just got to meet and really talk this through, bring our stat sheets, bring our Excel spreadsheets, and do all that kind of stuff. Let's do that 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let's do that. But when it comes to serious business meals and things, you need to take them to the place, and listen to what I'm going to say to you. You take them to the level that you want to be treated at. If it costs you, still take them to the level. Take them to a Morton's of Chicago. Take them to a Ruth Chris. Take them to a Four Seasons. Take them to a Ritz-Carlton. And the most important thing about it, take them to a place where you have developed a rapport with the people so that people can see the respect you have gained from others. So if you're going to have a favorite place, pick one, a 4 or 5-star place, and make sure they know you well. And you know how they'll know you well? Because you have fixed the area in your life called tipping. Y'all ain't saying nothing right now. Let's write that down right on page number 21. That could make or break us, put in parentheses, tipping. Are y'all with me right now? Because if you are not a tipper, if you don't freely consider somebody's worth for the action that they serviced you, I'm not saying how well you feel they did. The fact that you can inspire their doing. See, a real tipper knows I can inspire you. There's a little old saying, money has the loudest mouth in town. Money has the loudest mouth in town. You give somebody a good tip, you don't have to say nothing.